Hello and welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward playthrough, episode 4. I teleported to Golden Saucer because it's past 11 in a.m. and all the dailies reset at that time, so I can do my mini cacpot challenge. Let's see. Take the aetheryte. Let's see. Let's talk to this guy. Alright, we got a 1. Ooh. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh, okay. So the highest possibility would be this, so I hope we got it. Oh, so close. Alright, so that's a dud. Sure. Let's try this. Let's see, let's do this. Because we're trying to go for the 1, 2, 3 to get 6 to get the MGP, 10,000 MGP. And hopefully this works. Oh, close, another dud. Alright, let's try again. Okay, we got a 2. Let's try here, up to 7. Let's try here, it's an 8. Let's try this, so it's a 5. Okay, so that 2 is cornered off, so we're not gonna get the 6. This is a no-go too, so we're stuck with here maybe? Oh. That sucks. Alright, well, can't win them every day. Alright, so yeah, this got something. Alright. I wonder if the cockpot, the jumbo cockpot is, I always forget when the drawing is. Let's go check right now. Because this is once a week, and let's see what she says. I'm afraid you're early for the drawing, sir. Can I help you with anything while you wait? When is it? When is the drawing? Okay, so tonight. So they can check it again tonight. Saturday at 10 p.m. Okay. Alright, we got. So yeah, tonight. But I'll be working till 11. I'll get home probably like 11:30, so I'll come back and check then. Let's see. Alright, so there's no event happening right now. So we'll head back to the main story quest. Excuse me, I'm having a little problems with my voice. I think it's because since starting the stream, I've been talking a lot more and talking aloud a lot more, and I'm not really used to that, so I'll probably through time I'll get better at it. So all right, so the next main scenario quest is in Zenith. So last time we found out that we met with Resfelgar. We also found out that the humans started the conflict with their greed, and now they killed the brood sister of the dragons, Nidhogg, and it's crazy that human greed is the source of all evil, in my personal opinion. So I'm not surprised, or human or whatever, Elezen, or people. So, and then we also found out that Shiva isn't really, Lady Zale's Shiva isn't really the actual Shiva, but a manifestation of what she imagined Shiva is. So that's interesting, and she's pretty torn up about it. She's pretty messed up about it. So yeah. Alright, let's move on. Defeat enemies as you search for the Eyrie. And I believe the Eyrie is where Nidhogg is lair where his lair is. So we're planning on killing Nidhogg now. I mean, what else can we do? I mean, I can really notice the mount speed increase, which is great. I kind of want to kill this because I still have the bonus. It's nice to keep that bonus. So. Forward. I just did this. I don't want to do that again. That was rough. I guess killing things along the way is good. I'm guessing actually a good it's efficient because of the chain bonus, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright, my chain bonus is gone, so I can just keep going. Oh my god. Shoot, go around. Yeah, I have to go around. What? I don't know if I did this right. Whatever. Oh, okay. I should have just went to the city. Whatever. I got a crit on that. Just follow the road. I wonder if my chocobo has levels. I guess it's hard to level a chocobo. Damage is crazy. Oh, another one. Alright, I think... Oh, there's a lot of dragons here. Moondeye Moogle. Oh, I probably don't aggro that. The Moogle in the watchtower is cradling her rumbling tummy. Whatever can be taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I wager she went home on account of those troublesome Tullihans that are flapping around. If you slay 4 of them, that should secure a safe path, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you, Kupo. Okay. Alright. Let's talk to Estinian.
Is that it?
Aye, that would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Yay, Sid. Alright. No pants, but maybe summoner pants. Alrighty, let's see. A force of sufficient power to break through the Primal's defense might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and I shall set forth from Ishgard together. And we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Rainette's Forum, Valerian. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will be still at Ishgard. Okay. Alright, let's get these Tullihans, and then we'll probably go back to... This is Ishgard, right? Transport back to the Moogle. Thank you. Now that the Tully hands... Oh, what the heck? That scared me. Now that the Tully hands are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong, Kupo? Everything. Alright. Let's go here. Course, oh, maybe I could just tell. Roll. Turn. Oh, I love this music in this town, city, whatever. Oh, wind up airship. Alphino. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Aymeric would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all the Holy See's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emmeline is about. I hate that name. Just because I can't say it. So we're going back to Fortemps Manor. Let's see. Last vigil. Welcome, Master Blackfire. Shall I show you inside the manor? Oh, there he is. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old boy? Well, I trust, In search of Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. He has been tasked with getting the monstrous airship that the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I wager the master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Valerian, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Why didn't we just go there in the first place? Ouch. Ah, there he is. His fancy new outfit. Oh, Wedge and Biggs. Cute. Alright. Valerian, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as a surprise that when I tell you we have need of a favor. Another wind barrier, and you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we can employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mists, but we do not know how much longer. All right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time to give that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if we let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory is not far. So we take the Aethernet shard. Manufactory. Interesting how the music changes from the foundation and the pillars. Like, the foundation music is a lot more sadder and slower. Our little project's just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one.
Your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Wow, cool.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself. The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't. The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off, if you'll forgive the pun.
Taru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Ulda. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
A general summons. General Raoban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Valerian. Pressing through Ishgard's plight may be, but our presence here will not serve to hasten the Manacara's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thalanan and lend what aid we may. To Taru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light, 'tis past time Ulda was delivered from this darkness. Oh, could go back to Ulda. Wolf pup. Alright. So I'll take Limsa to the docks, and then get to go to Horizon. First Arcanist Guild.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Julala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
He's so
With
cute.
Papa Shan's assistance,
Pippin.
I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulalla's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Meriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Of course.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friend, for Nanamo, and for Uldar!
Our target is Meriel, and the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Meriel is still in the hiding there. Where is this? I've never taken this ferry before. Sure. Danielle. Mariel. Aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's one of the closest to the market. It's the one closest to the market entrance. what brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just doubled our population. Looking for Mariel, you say? Well, if you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. Do I know any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. Here. Oh, there you are.
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
Oh god. Tension.
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Yeah, right. Oh shit.
General Alden.
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Uh-oh.
Mayhap 'twould be better coming from me.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Meriel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
Oh god.
You conniving little worm.
Yeah.
You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve.
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
Oh shit.
Ilberd. I secured his
Elf in
services with
his
a promise to
face.
support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
Oh god. What?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleji Adeleji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
She's right.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
Drama. By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, of all people, would give us the means to rouse the Sultana. Ooh, gimme. A belt. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Right. Ethernet, take us to the Chamber of Rule. Flame General Rauban mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way if you will. Oh, those plushies.
I was having the longest dream.
Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
She's so cute.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she's none the worse for her slumber.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and lady, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
Gosh, another threat. Resurfacing. Ugh.
Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship, and give mine all for the cause. let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alfino, proud member of the Scions.
He's grown so much. I feel like we grew with him this whole time. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains, there is no man alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I may never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Oh. Oh my god, often know if you die, that will be awful. Oh, I already lost my other science. I can't lose you too. Still no word from Master Garland. Oh gosh. I assumed her grace will make a full recovery. Aye, and old Atu shall flourish once more. General Raubon and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Yuguri, a question, if I may. I believe your people have been keeping close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stone? Ah, yes, of course. You will be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. To me, I see. I am grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to the oaths. Ere we shall return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Valerian? You were there at the company's inception. 'Tis only fitting that you would be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Of course. Rising Stones. Commander, you're alive! And Valerian too. I knew you'd scrap through. Aww. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises for glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah! You'll not hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight, Meister, than expected I, but we was fighting for freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye. I don't remember those other three. You humble me, but I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret, then, that I must. That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you are mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We've talked it over, see, and we all have agreed. You can take our uniforms and ship us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander Afino, our minds are made up, so ye may as well get used to it. Let us help the science. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others. Oh god, I'm getting emotional. My friends, after all that has happened, I not know what to say. Man, that's... the story, man. Highs and lows. Pray excuse me. I thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I'm not worthy of the loyalty of Valyrian. But as Thaliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. What? No. Oh, shoot. So... Oh, I don't know if I have time to... Let's see. Wonder what's in here. I guess I have to be 55. Oh my god. There's nothing here. I'm so close! Really, I'm at least maybe 25% more to go. I don't know if I have time to do anything. I don't know what to do. Right, maybe I should do a duty, lotto, roulette, relay. I honestly don't know if I have enough time to do it. Actually, you know what? I probably don't. Let's withdraw. I can do quests, or fates. I can do quest of fates. Let's go back to Ishgard. This is a bunch of quests here I can do, or fates. Let's do fates, actually. Do some faith grinding. Gosh. I don't know if this will work. Oh, someone helping me. I just heard the most amazing news. Kupo. Rare and fragrant flowers called hornblooms are blooming near the House of Letters. If you can go and pick 3 for them for me, my gratitude will be yours. Mogholm's upper layer is bathed in sunlight. That's why the Kupo tree grows lush and leafy. I think a few would look perfect in my garden. I only want the best trees, and that means Kupo's best Kupo nuts. Mogzilla tends to the greenery up top. Ask him if he can take out in some. 5 should be enough, Kupo. Oh, you have returned to bask in my alluring aura. One can never have too many devotees. Say, I have just a job for a fledgling fan, Kupo. Oh, I didn't even read it. I guess this is upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Oh, just realized that is the Ishgardian theme song, maybe. You there, Kupo. Yes, you're exactly the type of brawny adventurer I had in mind. You have just the perfect build for what I require. See, the Sky Lords in service of Nidhogg, while a bit of a nuisance, have become increasingly belligerent recently. Understandably, us Muggles are more than a little frightened for our marvelous home, Kupo. That's why I've decided to take arms in defense of our home by joining the Palm Guard. With me protecting them, Mugglekind will no longer have to cower in fear. There's just one obstacle holding me back. I haven't actually joined the Palm Guard yet. To do so, I must prove that I'm strong enough to be a capable defender, and I need you to help me. How do you go about proving my strength, you ask? Well, we shall scour the churning mist in search of troubled Muggles, Kupo. I'll lend my sword to these poor Muggles in the darkest hour, and word of my bravery will spread far and wide. Come, adventurer, let our search begin. I don't know what to do first. A pebble for your thoughts. Let's do that first, I guess. Now, here is a Moogle in need of my help. See his pom-pom. That's how I know, Kupo. Has to be somewhere around here. Is something amiss, Kupo? Why, I recently acquired a masterfully painted pebble, and I wish to gaze upon it once more. But when I went looking for it, it was nowhere to be found, Kupo. Worry not, my troubled friend. I will find this pebble for you, and soon you'll once again be enraptured by the pebble's enchanting brushstrokes. You're too kind, Kupo. I enjoyed an afternoon nap just northeast of Margholm not too long ago. If my pebble's anywhere, it's likely to be there. To the northeast of Margholm we shall go. Adventure, that means you, too. Okay. go back there later. feeds. I wonder what this one is. It might be next escort quest. There you go. Alright, slowly but surely, let me get this last one up here. Magzia. So Magomo is in need of Kupo nuts. He has been a good friend. Very well. Take as many as you need. Just pick them straight off the branches, Kupo. What? Oh, here. Kupo nut. There more? Oh, okay. I know Mugsy will pull through in providing only the best. Were you able to find the nuts I required? Yep. Here you go. Thanks. I couldn't pick firmer Koopa nuts myself. The trees which sprout these will be the envy of gardeners everywhere. One day, people from the surface will visit Mug in numbers, never like before, bringing shiny tools and other sundries I can barely imagine. On that day, I'll show them my glorious Koopa nuts, and they'll have no choice but to trade for my superior product. Just you wait. That's ridiculous. Alright. So I'm gonna end this here. Obviously could not get any further because I'm not 55 yet. So I couldn't get further in the main scenario quests. I'll probably be back later tonight. Late, maybe around 11:30 or so, and then play some of that. Alright, thank you for watching my playthrough, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.